welcome to ISTV News. Let's have the top stories at first. May Day observed widely in Manipur, demand for workers' rights re-emphasized by trade union leaders. Let's have the big stories now. Like in other parts of the world, Workers' Day known as May Day was widely observed in Manipur too. Various trade unions and civil organizations today organized functions to observe the day at different places in the state. The day is observed to commemorate the rising of the workers that occurred on this day in 1886 in Chicago in the United States of America. In connection with the occasion, President of All India Trade Union Congress Manipur, L. Sotin Kumar, told the ISTV News that the government always tried to amend the labor laws which makes the laborers suffer. He demanded implementation of Food Security Act, make the real benefits of the pension scheme available to the people, etc. He also said that it is necessary for the workers to raise their voices and launch a movement together.
Asum numit ase masida sinmi punawna apunba sakti sagat pagal loirana aikhoida thengnaribu khudong tiba kaya singa se kohonnab honabada ngasidi aikhoina trade union semduna unorganized workers sing adu loirana organized sector thabuk suri sinmi sing punjanduna ngasi honglaiba aduma privatization gi khudong thiningai oiba globalization gi sathiraba ira Asuba abasta kaya singa se masida sinmi ekoina punduna achouba movement kaya sanctiona bidamakta sinmi singi lup semna bagi paujela si pijeningi adu iroina sinmi ekoina pullabada apunba union semlabada adumba ekoi manaba khunai haidana miyam pamnariba mado miron ba horobani sinmi gi lup semba loirena manabu khunai gi adumba miron ba horakpada masana tana tha tara naupurapu matamdadi ekoi sinmi punamaki yakai betanjado soida lakani maramaduna asuma mede lakpada sinmi miyam pull saiduna miyam punamakta paujelasi All India Trade Union Congress Manipur gi maike de pijeri.
At least 6 cadres of NSCN-K were allegedly killed in an encounter with the combined force of 13 AR and 8 AR that occurred at Kap Ning Ching in Longpi area about 15 to 20 kilometers from Nungba police station. According to reports received here, the encounter took place around 7:30 this morning. The encounter occurred between a group of NSCN-K cadres and troops of 13 AR and 8 AR. However, the reports are yet to be confirmed officially. The election of the President and the Standing Committee of All Manipur Working Journalists Union (MJU) has commenced from this afternoon at the Hall number 2 of the Manipur Press Club. Prior to the polling, the annual General Body meeting of the union was held. In all, 212 members, including 13 women, will cast their votes. President of MJU, Wangkhemcha Shyamjai and Ratneshwari Goswami of Huyen Lanpao are in the fray for the coveted post of President. 17 candidates are contesting in the election for 6 members of the union. Former President of MJU N. Tombiraj and veteran journalist Salam Bharat Bhushan are the presiding officer and the returning officer respectively. Counting of the votes will start a short while after the polling is over. Results will be declared as soon as the counting is completed. Salam Bharat Bhushan talked to the ISTV News about the election.
Kung mari bo thada ba adagi matungda ka ga adana ko bo se hado mo to ko yam chono ko takta mayam le de kai tin da si ti ba ko adu wa ko nunda ko gi ato ba ni to ai di journalist na ta ba ni to ko mata ko ye press compound ni chang ni tin ni ko ga patan da to ba ma ka ni to ke to ya do precaution na ko na security ns ne ko le ra.
A one-day free health camp was organized jointly by Jananeta Hijam Irawat Memorial Charitable Trust and City Hospital and Research Center Chingmairong at Him Public School at Langsingasoba today. The free health camp was organized as part of one of their permanent projects on awareness cum free detection of cervical and breast cancer taken up by the Lions Club of Imphal Limerol. In today's free health camp, patients related to pediatric, medicine, surgery, ENT, etc. were examined and treated. Officers of 12th Bihar Regiment also took part in the camp. President of Lions Club of Imphal Limerol, K.S. Gomti, said They will continue to organize such camps in future too.
Asi phawa nupi singna awaba kaya tari asigumba asigi yenguraga aikoina khajikhtang orabasu kanaba phangadra habagi wakhallonda Lions Club of Imphal Laimarulna chahi khudingi oina club asigi permanent project ama oina detection of cervical and breast cancer and awareness programs pangthok.
ISTV network has started telecasting Manipuri News Bulletin at 11 a.m. from today onwards. The news bulletin will be upgraded at 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m. and 9 p.m. as usual. Repeat telecast of the news bulletin will be at 10 p.m. and at 6 a.m. next morning. English news bulletin is telecast at 2 p.m. and upgraded at 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. respectively. The news bulletin is telecast till late night. The ISTV network has been serving the people with news from all over the state, the country and the world too. The management committee of ISTV will strive to telecast the news live to the people. President of All Manipur Interstate Bus Association L. Budhaluang has flagged off a travel service called Iramdam Network Travel Service, which will depart early in the morning, that is 6 a.m. from Imphal to Guwahati. One of the passengers said, since the service buses will be leaving Imphal at 6 a.m. and will reach Guwahati at 7 p.m., there is enough time for the passengers and arrange their accommodation. L. Budhaluang further said, a passenger while travelling can check where they have reached through the website www.networktravelsindia.com. The travel agency made it clear that no business-related goods would be carried on the bus of the travel service.
Masi sepa kana kada masi atau pa kawati de leba dum kudak ta dum numitu da yore adagi train ki kudong jaba lere aduna handak ne wangna tawrei bese akoi Manipur praja gi amadi chhatra chhatri sing amadi anna lang thar puri siguma mayam masigi kana ba ma oiragani ana ina khal.
Let's look at some national and international news. After 2 rounds of cuts, petrol prices were on Thursday raised by Rs 3.96 per litre and diesel by Rs 2.37 a litre, tracking global cues. The increase in petrol and diesel prices will be effective from Friday midnight. State-owned fuel retailers IOC, Bharat Petroleum Corporation BPCL and Hindustan Petroleum Corporation HPCL revised petrol and diesel prices on 1st and 16th of every month based on average imported cost and rupee-dollar exchange rate. The movement of prices in international oil market and rupee-USD exchange rate shall continue to be closely monitored, and developing trends of the market will be reflected in future prices changes, IOC said. The Finance Bill 2015 was tabled in the Parliament on Thursday and was passed later with a voice vote. The bill contains the government's tax proposals for the fiscal financial year 2016. Speaking in the lower house, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley on Thursday defended his finance bill and gave clarifications on issues like the revised income tax return ITR forms, the contentious minimum alternate tax MAT levied to FIIs, real estate investment trust REITs, as well as overall India's growth projection. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley today said capital gains made by foreign investors will be exempt from minimum alternate tax MAT, but did not provide relief for past liabilities. The minister said all capital gains from sale of securities as well as royalties, interest, technical services fee earned by foreign companies will be exempt from MAT. More importantly, he added, MAT will also not be applied on sale of units of REITs. The finance minister also lowered export duty on some grades of iron ore from 30% to 10% and raised basic customs duty on natural rubber. In Nepal, 6,100 deaths have so far been reported and over 11,000 people have been injured due to the devastating earthquake. Meanwhile, heavy rain affected relief and rescue operations in places including Kathmandu. As a result, multinational rescue teams found it difficult to locate survivors of the disaster. However, aid has begun reaching remote regions near the epicenter of the quake such as Dading and Gorkha. 5 days after a devastating earthquake hit Nepal, anger spilled onto the streets in Kathmandu yesterday. Thousands of people who have been staying in the open clashed with police and seized water bottles and other essential supplies, complaining that they were not getting any aid. Protests greeted Nepalese Prime Minister Sushil Koirala when he visited relief camps to assess the situation. A total of 48,000 security personnel have currently been working around the clock in 56 earthquake-hit districts, including 12 crisis zone declared districts for prompt search and rescue operations. The national-level road transport organizations have jointly called for a nationwide day-long strike that began midnight last night in protest against the proposed new road transport bill. The strike has been called jointly by both public and private sector workers, which are affiliated to central trade union like All India Trade Union Congress, Centre of Indian Trade Unions (INTUC), AICCTU and state-level outfits. In the proposed road safety bill, hefty fines have been proposed for minor traffic violation. Incidents of stone pelting on public buses were reported from different parts of the state, including Bengaluru, Hubali, Bellary and Raichur. Mysuru official report said. Before we wind up, let's have the top stories once again. May Day observed widely in Manipur, demand for workers' rights re-emphasized by trade union leaders. That's all for the day. Have a nice day ahead.